What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. We have a 3-story day for you and then a handful of questions. So with that said, let's jump into the tech news. First story of the day, that's right. We were complaining about there being no updates for the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Flip 3 as well, but mostly the Fold 3. And we got an update the next day, which ended up being the September update. It added a few features. And then guess what, guys? This morning, I wake up, what do I have? I have the October update, that's right. So Z Flip 3 and Fold 3 are the unlocked versions in the US. Ended up getting this update. It's 284 megs, so it's literally just gonna be security fixes and bugs, small bugs, not anything too big in there. I don't expect anything hugely massive in terms of features. It should just be security update, like a security patch. That's really it. If something pops out that we find out that there's in there, but I'll let you know. But as of right now, there's nothing that's popping out. But it's great. October, come on, baby. We're almost there. We got, what, 25 more days before they push out, hopefully anyway, the November patch. Next up is about the Galaxy S21 series of phones for the beta, the One UI 4 beta. It's getting a really, really cool feature because I know, like myself, I've had multiple dogs. Now I just have one dog. And I know a lot of you have dogs, a lot of people in the world have dogs, and this is a great feature. So as you can see from Ice Universe's tweet, it says the next One UI 4 beta will add pet portrait mode. Now, what does that mean? That means when you take a photo, when you put it on portrait mode, when you take a photo of your pet, it's gonna centralize them in the photo, like make them in focus and look really, really nice. And then the background around them will be blurred out and just like, I love portrait mode, especially taking photos of, people, and now to do it with pets. This is awesome. I'm really glad this is gonna have this, and it's gonna be specifically designed for pets, so you should be able to get really, really beautiful photos with your phone by doing it in pet portrait mode. Are you stoked about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up is all about the Galaxy S22 series of phones and the S21 Fan Edition. One seems to be coming out and one seems to be delayed. Now the delay, don't get too crazy about it, it's slightly delayed. So let's check this out. This is coming from the people over at Sam Mobile. What they're saying is the S22 is possibly delayed and the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition should get a quiet launch in January. So what it's looking like is in January of 2022, the S21 Fan Edition would come out without really an unveiling. It would really just be a kind of either a virtual unveiling or just a release on their website. It's not going to be this big brouhaha of people getting in there and promoting this thing. It's really, again, just going to be a digital kind of release. The S22, seemingly, if it's not going to come out in January now at this point, it seems like it's not going to get pushed back that much. It looks like it probably will come out sometime in February. Not that bad. And I guess it all has to do with the chip shortage for the S21 Fan Edition. Obviously, the S22 will have a different chip, but still, the chips getting made and things is kind of a hassle at this point still with COVID and the job's not getting filled, and obviously COVID slowing everything down and whatever else is going on in the world, but not that bad of a late release. The S22 Fan Ultra should have that S Pen built in. Should have Bluetooth S Pen, should have really high-end specs, beautiful camera, slightly new design, especially on the back. But are you guys gonna pick up the S22? Let me know in the comments down below if you are. With that said, guys, let's get into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that. First question of the day comes from Jerome Gold. Question: since the S Pen Pro has a Type-C, does the package say anything about water resistance? So if it gets wet or dropped in water by mistake, will it work? The Note S Pens are water resistant because they are housed in the body of the phone. I looked on the back of the box, I'll even show you a photo, and I didn't see anything about it having water resistance. And I looked online real quick and I didn't see anything on there either. Mr. D's product review channel says connectivity, Starlink. Starlink will be out of beta and be available for mass market to give people another and cheaper option for the internet. Two things. Would you possibly consider Starlink over your current provider or as supplement to it for being, if you know you want to keep either and drop the other? Two, If Starlink is wildly successful in the internet connection arena, then do you think that Elon might consider also getting into the mobile market for being a mobile provider? If he could do this, he's been doing it most of the other times across other areas that he has gotten into. So Starlink, I believe, is a satellite internet provider. There's going to be latency issues, and they've had satellite internet for a while, and it's still, I think the downloads are like okay, and by okay I mean like 5 or 10 megabits per second, and then like uploads are really slow, like dial-up speed. So it would really, I think this is going to be really people that live in rural areas and people that live in or like are on a boat in the middle of the ocean and want internet. I think it's going to be great for that kind of stuff. But for like a home internet, for someone that has multiple options, I think it's going to be bad. So I highly doubt that I'll switch over to it. Our next question, also from Mr. D's. On the market, many accessories for iPhone, not as many for Android, specific for triple charger dock stand that works properly with the phone, watch, and buds. Some will only charge 1 or 2, but not all 3, and the ones that do charge all 3 have insufficient power output for regular and rapid charging. Do you think that manufacturers might get on board and produce quality triple charging docks for Android devices that a lot of customers would wish they are out right now? I know Samsung has a triple charger that will charge your watch, your headphones, and your phone. It's not gonna charge it like everything at like 45 watts, but it will charge it fairly fast. But you do have that option for sure. But yeah, you're right. There should be more options for like triple chargers that charge really fast. I totally agree with you. Will it happen eventually? I just don't know why it hasn't happened really that much. Raul, it says, I've been looking for the Fold's visual voicemail, but I can't find it. Does it come with a native visual voicemail like iPhone or no? If not, what do you recommend? I'm on FirstNet provider. I'm not sure what FirstNet is, but you should definitely have that app installed. If you don't, I believe you can go to the Galaxy App Store and download visual voicemail, because I know mine already has it. So I think mine automatically comes with it. Ooh, there's some third-party ones in here. I'm not sure which one. It's weird because the one I have is right here. It's right on my phone. It's got a green icon with 2 white things in there. That's the one I use, and I'm not sure. I think Samsung just makes this. Next up, we got Cletus Cassidy saying, when will the Fold 3 receive One UI 4.0? So I think it's going to, I don't think it's going to get it this year. So the Fold is not, I would put money on we're not going to get it this year. I would guess February is when we're going to get One UI 4.0 on the Z Fold 3. I wouldn't be surprised if it falls into January, but I really feel like it's going to be the early to mid part of February before we get it. Next up is Turtle W1019. Of all the phones you've owned, which is your favorite? Mine was the HTC Touch Pro 2. It was such a powerhouse, so many features, and looked amazing. It was such a boss with that phone. So I've got 2, maybe 3. First one, iPhone 3G, without a doubt, blew my mind. That's the phone that completely blew my mind. And my mind was blown again when I got the Z Fold 2. I was like, dang, where have you been all my life? Beyond those 2 phones, I'd probably throw in like the Note 2 or 3, even though it was laggy as hell on me a lot of the time, and like, it wasn't perfect. That really got me going with Android and made me fall in love with it. Howard Osborne asks, the S22 camera, I hear all will have continuous zoom. Will that be better than 100x zoom? And will the S Pen have Bluetooth support? So we don't know for sure if the S Pen will have Bluetooth support, but you have to put your money on it. If the S Pen is going to be internally inside of that phone, it has to have Bluetooth. It would be dumb if it didn't. And then continuous zoom, I haven't heard too much about that with the cameras. Is it better than 100x? I would want manual control. I don't want it to just continually zoom when it thinks it's good. If that's how that works, I'm not sure, but I guess I can't answer that one for you. Gunther asks, if the new Note Fold would come out, what would you like to see as its main features? I'd like to see them do something cool with that wraparound display if that ever came out. I think that would be neat to see them do something interesting with it. What? Not too sure. S Pen, I would love for that to have Bluetooth, which I think it would, especially since it's docking on the back of that. I'd also like to make sure that it doesn't slip out, especially if you kind of knocked it with your hand. So I would like ultra strong magnets with that. Not too sure feature-wise, because I feel like feature-wise, these phones have a lot of stuff. I mean, beyond like bigger batteries and better batteries and faster charging and better cameras, that's probably all I would really be needing. And our last question comes from Goon Squad 2012. Question: when the Google Pixel comes out, what size and color are you going to get? So I'm not buying the phone. I'm about 100% sure that Google's probably going to send me the phone. I'm part of Team Pixel. Generally, they have sent me for the last couple of years, have sent me the Google phones. They generally send me the best phone, so I should be getting the Pixel 6 Pro. As for size and color, I honestly have no idea. They don't give us an option as to do it. They usually just send us something out, which I'm completely fine with. So I'm fine with any of the colors. And then size-wise, if I got to choose, at least 256. 128 I can live with, but I'd be happy in that 256 realm, if not more. So that's what I would do. But let me know about you guys. That'll be your second question of the day. Which Pixel color and size and model would you choose? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great day. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the word question, and I'll see you down the road.